like what are the common grammatical mistakes people are doing? You are a teacher and you know it very well. Which are the common mistakes people are doing while having conversation, while talking to somebody?
Like that, if you are not about, if we talk about everybody, anyone, yeah, somebody, yeah, everywhere, that the some words. So if we are don't know that all our words required a singular helping verb, if we don't know, so of course we are start to make the mistake. So are dead. So we don't have to use ed with a verb. So
Hmm.
that we need it.
Listen to. Some people always use listen only, but we have to follow listen
Yeah,
to. That is correct. Yes, as I observe, there are so many people who are not using singular form with he, she, it. Sometimes they use, sometimes they forget. It is very common mistake people always do in
yeah,
grammar. And one more thing, they always use two past tenses in one sentence, like did ke saath went
yeah.
used. That is also
Of
very common.
course.
Yeah. So whenever we connect with somebody who is already doing so well in their life, so we
Yeah,
feel motivation from there. We feel like that if that person can do so, why can't I? And whenever I connect with somebody who is really enthusiastic about this language, so I feel motivated and I started doing a lot of things in my life. And
yeah,
yesterday
of
I
course.
connected with one girl and she was talking about positive affirmation, law of attraction, gratitude, and I am also doing the same. But when I talked to her, I realized yes, it is really powerful and I should believe in these things more. Hello, good morning, how are you? Welcome to the session.
Thank you so much for inviting. Good morning too. And how are you?
Yeah, I'm also doing well, thank you so much for asking. So please tell me, how are you? How's your life going on?
My life is going quite good. I'm just doing my work, which I am planning right now and which I have planned. So that's I am just starting working on that side. So may I introduce myself? Then we get to know each other.
Yeah, sure. Because we are meeting first time, and this video is for my channel. I'm going to upload this video on my channel. So for my audience, please introduce yourself.
Of course. So thank you so much for giving me this wonderful opportunity. And well, my name is Mansi Bajpayee. As you know that I basically belong to Uttar Pradesh, Kanpur. If I talk about my qualification, I have done my master subject of English literature, and right now I am pursuing PGCR from Indira Gandhi National Institute University. Apart from this, I'm running my YouTube channel name of English Dose 27, where I just upload the same content of videos like a conversational video, English content, and I am teaching as well. That's all about me. And if you do want to ask me any questions, of course, I would love to give the answers of your question.
Sure. Why not? Okay, so what are your hobbies? What you love to do in your spare time?
Actually, to be honest, I don't have any specific hobby, or we can say that hobby, but when I'm free, I start cooking because I'm just such type of person. I'm foodie. I'm foodie girl. I can consider myself. So of course, when I free, I start cooking at my kitchen to satisfy with my stomach. So that's types I can say that. And now I'm just improving my reading segment. So I'm just working on that segment. So I'm just trying to inculcate this habit in myself. That's all about me.
Okay, great. Good to know about that. Okay, so you are learning this language and you are speaking quite well English. So may I know what fascinated you to learn this language?
Okay, I would love to give the answer. First thing is that I was not quite interested in that language. I don't like this language. I didn't like that language in earlier time. So when I was studying at a school, my teacher always told me, Mansi, please study, work hard in that language, in that subject. But I was quite uninterested in that sentence. Always just read how many marks I have to get to passing marks. So
Hmm.
that is the conceptual things what I am doing past. But when after intermediate, my friend circle is too advanced. My friend circle is advanced, so they are speaking very well, and I was just like a I always fear from that language. So I start to join one institute just because of to my friend circle. I have given a 6 month there, but just because of to interest, I was unable to speak that language a better way. So someone is giving me opportunity to teach. Can you imagine if you don't know that language, then how can you start teaching? But without any thinking, I grabbed that opportunity. I start teaching. So once I start teaching, then I start learning, because then I thought now that is my responsibility if I'm going to teach. So of course I have to read more and more. I have to study. I have to do hard work in more and more in that segment. So that's, I can say that my journey has started. I am teaching as well as I'm learning. So that both work I was doing on that time, and now I'm just covering myself. I am making a lot of mistake in my sentences, but I'm trying. I'm giving my best. That is a small journey. It's like that.
And you were that time you were a learner and you grabbed that
Yeah.
opportunity, started teaching, and now you are here, you are teaching students, you are learning as well. Wow, that is fascinating journey.
You know
Okay.
what? The confidence helped me a lot.
Mm,
I had a confidence on that time to teach people. And I think it's a very important. If you really want to start any work, it doesn't, whether you have knowledge, I know I'm not denying this, and knowledge is important. But if you have a confidence, then you can do that work a better way with the help
but
of lack of knowledge. So I
mm,
think confidence is important. Confidence helped me on that time as well.
okay. So you used to teach students online or offline that time
It's
you start.
offline. It's offline.
Okay, so then there were a lot of responsibility on you. You had to work upon your body language, what you are going to
Yeah.
teach, maintain your confidence, eye contact. There were so many things, and you did it really well.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
consider.
So how long have you been teaching?
I have been teaching since 2022.
Okay, it's been more than 2 years.
2 years, yeah. I have been
Oh,
spent 2 years.
okay. And what
But it
about you?
was not Mhm.
Sorry, sorry. Yes, you were saying something.
Okay, you just continue as
Yeah, so I was asking about your YouTube channel. How is it going, and what is the motive behind it? When did you started your channel?
actually my channel motive is that to show myself.
Mhm.
I really don't want to just provide my knowledge on my YouTube channel. Just my students suggest me, ma'am, why did you not post it in our institute, we can say, the activities on YouTube channel. So then that the thought just hit my mind, and I start YouTube channel. I start recording of my class and start uploading on over a YouTube. So that's the things, that is my motive. So I was not consist. Once I start, I have been started my channel in 2022 with the same date of my teaching and the learning. So I was not conscious because I am doing preparation of the government exam as well. So that is very hard to crack for me to focus on YouTube, because YouTube wants time, YouTube wants consistency, and I was not punctual on that time. So, but now I am more focused on YouTube. I'm just giving a proper time. So I can say that last 2 months I am giving a proper time on my YouTube. But once I started in 2022, but I was not punctual. I'm just posting a video, a single, one video in a 1 month. We can say that 2 week. So that was the consistency. But now I am just uploading a day by day videos, and it's going good. I'm gaining a views, so I'm just enjoying that work as well.
Okay, great. So any motivational speaker or any person who inspire you?
No, I can motivate myself as well, because I just always thought I know very well what I have to do.
Mhm.
So if I just feel bored, I'm just feel like no, I don't have to do that work. So I just thought, why am I not doing that work? So I start motivate to myself. If I'm not doing that work, so maybe it's not going to be a good, because I don't want to listen that taunt from any mouth. What are you doing? And what do you have right now? So that's why I start working on myself. But if talk about motivation, I start watching the people who are famous. It's not a motivation things. I just start. I'm just find out their position. Then I am automatically motivated to myself. Okay, if she is, yeah, he is, then I can. Why I am not? So I start working on myself.
And whenever we connect with somebody who is already doing so well in their life, so we
Yeah,
feel motivation from there. We feel like that if that person can do so, why can't I? And whenever I connect with somebody who is really enthusiastic about this language, so I feel motivated and I started doing a lot of things in my life. And
yeah,
yesterday I
of course.
with one girl, and she was talking about positive affirmation, law of attraction, gratitude, and I am also doing the same. But when I talked to her, I realized yes, it is really powerful, and I should believe in these things more. And I feel yes. And today itself, I did graphotherapy and I did meditation just because of talking to her. So I always feel yes, when we interact with positive people,
Yeah.
automatically there a lot of positivity in our life. So I
Yeah,
always
of course.
want to connect with those people who are doing really well in their life. I'm not saying like I don't like to connect with people who are very beginner who just started their journey. I want to connect them if they are positive, if they are spreading positivity. Otherwise, I will know. I'm not here to entertain people.
Yeah,
What
of
is
course, of course. That things happen with everybody. We are not here to to entertain the people, and we are just improving ourselves. Then we need on that time. If you are perfect, then you are giving me some indirectly or some basic knowledge with what I have to need and what I have to improve myself. And to be honest, I didn't find to any motivational video to improve myself. I always look at the people, what they are saying, what they are doing in their life. I get automatically motivated to myself. No, I have to start from there. I have to do that things the same way. It's not a same way in my style, but something reflect us. No, I have to start from there. I have to start from there. That's it.
Yeah, I am on the same boat and I also feel the same. Okay, so as a spoken English teacher, I want to ask you one question related to English grammar. So, what do you feel for beginners? How much grammar is important?
For beginner, to be honest, when I was in starting time, I much focus on grammar because, as I told you, I was not interested in that language. Then that is my mentality. I have to know grammar is very important. If I read a grammar more and more, so I can speak a better way. But after realizing some month, I just thought no, grammar is important. It's only you should have an idea about that what the time is going on and what the structures we have to follow. It's a maybe past, it's a future, it's present. That is okay. If you are okay with that, then you can speak a better way without gaining a lot of grammar knowledge. Because if I'm not saying grammar is not important, but of course grammar is important, but it's not too much grammar is important. You should have basic idea about the grammar, then you can do a best way to learn that language. So grammar is important, but not too much. For the beginners, they should start from their basic sentences, and they should start from watching the podcast, and they
Hmm.
should start from the reading as well, because sometimes we read a second class or third class storybook that also gives us impact. Then we get to know, okay, that tense we are using, that the structures we are following, that the word we are using a like a way, so that the things help you to improve yourself rather than to learn a lot of vocabulary, to lot of grammar rules, structures. So you are just get confused. Okay, that the things that things happen with me when I was learning that language. I always focus on grammar, and if anybody asks me the question, okay, tell me where ja raha hai, then I'm translating at my mind where ja raha hai. It's a continuous tense. I have to use is mr. I have to use ing. So that the things I was doing on that time. But now I'm realizing you have to just understand that is things. Then start making the translation. It's gonna help you.
Right, right. And you were saying right, and grammar is very vast. There are a lot of things to learn. And when we start learning grammar, initially, when like if the person is very beginner, so when they start learning grammar, so automatically they become confused. There are so many things they don't know how and where they have to apply the rule. And I always say to my learner, don't focus upon grammar, start speaking, and with the help of speaking, you can learn this grammar also. And when it
Yeah,
comes theoretical grammar, so theoretical grammar is totally different if we compare to spoken English grammar. So in spoken English we just need to tenses, not whole
yeah,
tenses. We just need to simple things. How can we say in past, in future, in present? And modal verbs, yes, modal verb is also important, and we can learn by time prepositions. So these type of few topics we have to cover, and we can start speaking. For beginner, this much is enough, but don't grab whole grammar, don't wrote whole rule, and then you
yeah.
feel
If you have a time, and if you want to go, if you want to teach someone, that
Hmm.
language. So of course you need on that time to learn a proper way, to learn a proper structure. So we can consider, but as a beginner, and if you are starting to learning that language, so there's a no need to deep grammar. You should learn it. You should grab it. It totally time waste of time as I recommend. So of course that is because I was focusing and we can say the starting time. If anybody told me grammar is not important, so
Hmm.
I deny. No, I always know grammar is important. How can you
Hmm.
say that grammar is not important? But now I am realizing that grammar that not too much important. Yeah, of course you should have idea about the basic grammar. You need it, but not a deep grammar. Yeah, if you really want to crack the exam, the competitive exam, so on that segment do you need a grammar, the hard grammar you need it, but for the speaking it's not needed.
Yeah, and for speaking, we can learn this much grammar for listening to. I can feel, and we can when we are
Yeah,
listening to somebody, when we are listening to any kind of conversation, any kind of podcast, so we can easily learn some basic grammar rule. But if we want to teach, as you said, if we want to teach, so we have to learn all the rules, and because we have to teach somebody. So yes, you are saying right. Okay, so the next thing is like what are the common grammatical mistakes people are doing? You are a teacher and you know it very well. Which are the common mistakes people are doing while having conversation, while talking to somebody?
actually that things happen with me as well because I am making a mistake even when I just because I have a knowledge about the grammar. So once I made a mistake, I get to know okay that mistakes I am doing. Like that, if you are not about if we talk about everybody, anyone, yeah, somebody, yeah, everywhere, that the some words. So if
Hmm.
we are don't know that all our words required a singular helping verb, if we don't know, so of course we are start to make the mistake. So we can say that from so grammar just make grammar is very, we can say that's a vital role. And if you are avoiding that things, then you are okay, that then you are not okay in that segment. You can say yeah I can speak, but if you are, if anybody just suggests to you you are making a mistake, then we thought on that time yeah maybe that things is not maybe I am making mistake because I am not aware of that. That things happen with me as well because I once I start speaking, so I made a mistake. Yeah, I make a mistake. So I thought that mistakes I am making. And casually mistake is that the past tense always jerk the people because we are familiar with that present and future. But when we come to past incident, we confuse. So always we just when we have to use was and were, we start to using is MR. So that's the casual mistakes we are making. That I am also making. So if so we need a practice on that time we start when we have to just concentrate our mind. If we are focusing to the past incident, then we focus we have to use had, we have to use was and were in our sentences, so maybe it's going to be more effective while conversation with people.
And yes, I as I observe, there are so many people who are not using singular form with he, she, it. Sometimes they use, sometimes they forget. It is very common mistake people always do in
Yeah,
grammar. And one more thing, they always use two past tenses in one sentence, like did ke sath went
yeah,
used. That is also
of
very common.
course.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
they
I
should.
like that. Yes, it's just yesterday I was just yeah I was making a record. I was making a session with someone, recording a session with someone. So she is same mistake she is making.
Okay,
She's saying I did not wanted to go there. That was a sentence. And I thought, what she is using? And she belongs to CBSE board. Then I thought the grammar, now the grammar is lacking. So we can say that grammar is important, but not too much. So that's counting of basic things. We should an idea about that. If we are using our did, so we don't have to use ed with the verb. So
hmm.
that we need it.
Listen to. Some people always use listen only, but we have to follow listen
Yeah.
to. That is correct. Yeah. So these type of common grammatical mistakes people always make. So and one more I would say, I want to say here, that is everyone, who, everybody. We consider it
Yeah.
as singular. So but some people use past form or form. That is also incorrect. There are
Mhm.
so many things. So yes, these are the common mistakes people are doing, and they should avoid it.
Yeah, of course they should avoid, but just because of to start practice a lot. Once we listen more and more, yeah, everybody need is. It's not need a are. because everybody it not because that is a grammar. Grammar
Hmm.
just make you fun, and grammar has a power to make you fun, and grammar has the power to just reach you top the notch. So while conversation we get to focus it. I'm not saying starting point you have to much focus on grammar, but when you are okay with that language, you are able to understand what the people are saying in front of to me, and how can I represent myself? How can we make the constructive ideas in according to our sentences? So of course we start reading grammar in a high level, then you can master on that language. Because
Hmm.
I am also doing such types of work right now, like that if I talk about one of my friend, that is a mistaker, I have to
Hmm.
say one of my friends.
Friends.
So yeah, that types of grammar help us on that
Hmm.
types of grammar make me mistakes. So of course that after recovering a lot of things, after cover a we can say that if I am talking about at my age, I'm okay in that language. I'm not perfect. I can understand, and I can make you understand that quality I have. So what I have to do next? So I have to start learning on grammar because I am making mistakes. So that the grammar helps me to decay my mistakes. So that's why I'm doing, and I'm also trying to read more and more because reading help you how to grammar rules are title way. That is
Hmm.
also important. So that's what things I am doing. I'm improving myself day by day.
Yeah, same. I'm also doing the same because whenever I record any session, so that time I don't feel I have to correct myself in between. Earlier I used to do that, but nowadays I'm not doing that. But when I edit my videos, that time I note down my mistakes, whatever I have done in the session, and in
Yeah.
next session I try to remove those particular mistakes. Like I have learned so much from tutors. I have already written so much related to grammar, so I try to cover those topics again, I revise those topic again, and I try to speak again in a better way. I can say, like, earlier I was not good at preposition, but I
Mhm.
learned preposition, and now I'm okay with preposition. So this is how, whenever I feel I'm lacking somewhere, I try to find out my mistakes, and I started working towards it. And it is a lifelong journey. We cannot say we will be perfect in this language after one
Yeah.
year. Two, it is a really long journey, and we just need to improve 1% every day. If we are improving 1% every day, that is enough. So I compare
Yeah,
myself
I think
with my past self.
yeah, this is the quality. I think this quality should have everybody. Because if you really want to improve yourself, so first find out your mistake, what you are making. And if you are able to find out your mistakes, of course, and you're trying to improve on that segment, so it's going to be a good, it's going to be a give a best result. So that's what I am doing. That's also am I doing. I'm just speaking, and after that conversation I found out my mistake. Okay, that mistake I made and that line, so next time I have to improve anyhow. So that things and poke you, and I think motivate you to encourage yourself. Sometimes
Hmm.
it feel good.
Yes. So what are your plans for future? What do you want to do?
Actually, I really want to select any job because I am doing a preparation of the government job. So that is my main motive. But I don't know. The competition is too much high. So if that the job is not written on my destiny, the second plan is that I'm just working in my teaching field. So I just give the priority on that field. So I am trying like that. That is my plan right now. If we
That you
talk
mentioned
about the career base,
that you mentioned in your intro, like you have filled one form that is related to PGT. So you started
yeah.
preparing for. Okay.
Yeah, right now I'm just start preparation of that exam that will be held on June. So
Mm,
I'm just
okay. So
trying.
now you have to work hard towards your exam, because your
Yes.
exam is also
Yeah.
very. Mm,
Anyhow, I have to pass. Let's see what is written on my destiny because I think in your hand, under your hand, just because you have to start hard work and nothing else you have. So once you start hard work and after that you are not getting a result, so maybe God has another plan for you. So I'm
mm,
just waiting for the God plans because I am doing at my side what can I do, what I'm actually doing. But if the God has another plan, so because you know what, I'm not good at that language, and I haven't think like that. I have to teach that platform, but I'm teaching. So I think God has that a plan to just inculcate myself in that field. But I'm trying in both sides. What I have given, it's time just wants.
And we cannot assume what is God has in their hand for us. So we have
Yeah,
to work hard. If we get something, that is okay. If we are not getting, so maybe something bigger we are going to get. So that is true, and you are doing so well in your life. And I think now it's time to wrap up this. So before wrapping
yeah,
up
of course.
I want to ask you one piece of advice for girls who are watching this video, specifically for girls.
I think if the girls never stop herself because it's important. If girls are stopping herself, so it's not going good. It's not doing a good that on life because for the girls it's very important to independent. So
Hmm.
my one that is important for the girls. Just always stand on your foot. Don't depend to another. That is things.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much for your insight and your beautiful words. Thank you so much for joining me. It was lovely talking to you. Thank you. Bye
Same
bye.
to you. Same to you. Bye bye. Take care.